What's going on, 560 YouTube subscribers? I am Chillmonger. This comic book is X-Men Empire. This one, not this. This was the comic book. Took it out of that because I like to prepare my videos where I don't do this, because it would be really weird if I started my video like, this is the video. Give me a second, guys. Wait. Everyone wait. Everybody, I'm asking, even though you did a favor by clicking on my video to watch me, I'm asking you to wait now for me to pull it out of the bag. And I'm going to take precious time from you. I don't do that. I respect your time. I'm not the kind of guy who does stuff like that for watch time. Anyways, the cover of the page shows Wolverine, shows Cyclops, shows people who don't really participate. I think the true cover is this one here, illustrating Vulcan, Petra, and Sway. I remember Sway and Petra from the Deadly Genesis, but I did go on Wikipedia just to remind myself what they were all about. Petra, yes. Earthquakes, that kind of power. Sway, I did forget. And yeah, she's a Hong Kong mutant, and she's got the whole time manipulation. She can stop everything for a minute, only a minute, which is good. You know, she's not like Tempest who can do freaking everything. But not that I'm complaining. I mean, what they're doing with the five. Anyways. Sway's powers is she can freeze some time. She can even do some time replay stuff, which if you read X Factor, what Rachel did in that book is not what I think she should be doing. I think of her more of a mental person. What Rachel did was she saw a room, a bedroom, a hotel room, and she goes, well, Aurora was here. Let me just use my brain powers. If I look at an object, I can see that this mouse was clicking on, you know, certain websites. That's not how it works. These are not brains. It's not the Force like Star Wars. But if it was a temporal person like Sway's power, I could see her do that. I can see, like, let me just get a replay of what was happening over here on these inanimate objects. Sway is cool. The book is going to talk about this moment. If you guys remember the War of Kings, then you don't need this refresher. But for those of you who didn't know what happened in War of Kings, big epic Shi'ar, Kree, everyone in space related. So the Black Bolt was fighting Vulcan. Crystal shows up and saves him, teleports him away. As he's being teleported away by Lockjaw, Vulcan, he doesn't die. He's an energy manipulator. He just does not go away, and he tackles him down. So Lockjaw and Crystal go away. He's fighting him, and he's like, okay, you mute. You got anything to say? And that's Black Bolt's mouth over there. Black Bolt screams, and a portal between the Kree, between the Shi'ar, was made. It's a space-time, what's the word? A rip in the space-time continuum. That's what it was. Huge epic thing. And that is why, back to this book here, and that is why this page happens. There's also a similar page in a book I don't remember where Black Bolt was also drawn exactly like this. These men say, and by the way, these men are speaking with capital letters, fonts, not lowercase. So what are you telling me, Hickman? Is this another one of Moira's lives? That's the thing with Hickman. Everything you're going to second guess. He's probably doing that just to play with YouTube reviewers like me. But he means something. So he's going to say, this guy in green, this dude says, the celestial avatar escaped. That king is lost to us. So let's take a bit more care with this one. I mean, I think they're talking about Black Bolt. So what happens to Vulcan is next. They open him up. They see what's inside him. Apparently there is good inside of Vulcan, but it's mostly bad inside of Vulcan. Yeah, we'll take it. It's a comic book. I'll take that. And now he's back here and he has that memory. Let's just skip to the end. I like that, the whole I'm gonna be good. He's trying to be good and he's striving to do what's good. I can get behind Vulcan now. Because in War of Kings, this guy was freaking the Shi'ar Emperor. He was the worst. He was so evil. What he did to Rachel and Cyclops before that, just locking them up. You guys don't know who I am. Like, he's bad. Seeing him want to do good and say, against my nature, against everything that I am, like, been raised to do, to be, I am going to go fight against it. That's a cool story. Who those aliens were, I don't know. But shoot. Them guys, the phalanxes, anything space-time related, let's keep that in the back of our heads, because Hickman might just make it. Hickman's Hickman. Remember that guy, the white hair, the white skin? He said hi to Apocalypse at the end of issue number 2 of X-Men. Apparently, according to the freaking solicits, he's got a nickname. Like, he's actually like a titled character in the Ten of Swords. He is this one here. He's the Summoner. Things don't happen for nothing in Jonathan Hickman books. I'm not like a fanboy saying, oh, Jonathan Hickman's the best and all that stuff. He just is. He's done that. He has a history that I haven't read, but apparently Fantastic Four, it's amazing, to quote Rob Jefferson. That's what he did there. I like his Avengers stuff, New Avengers stuff, and I've been loving everything that's happened with the X-Men since last year. Jonathan Hickman praise is very warranted. Let me get back to my notes, because I did read this book on Wednesday, and that was a long time ago. Oh, the art with the yellow spears I thought was really beautiful. The fight here with the Kotari now. This guy just shows up. He's observing pleasantly and knows he can take them any single time he wanted to. Even sympathizes with them. When's the last time a protagonist said to, I know how you can see humanity. I can see why you want to destroy them. I really can. When's the last time you cheered for a guy who actually says something like that? But the Kotari gets served by him instantly. And Petra and Sway, they're like, should we even visit? Should we even stop? They see the big explosion. All right, let's go stop by it there. It's funny. One complaint though. This is the book you wanted to decide that the moon is actually inhabited by X-Men. This was it, finally. Finally, we acknowledged the moon has occupants known as mutants. Dr. Doom, freaking Captain Marvel's been to the moon. Moon Knight's fought on the moon. A lot of people did things on the moon since the X-Men, since House of X #1. And finally, we're acting like the Marvel Universe includes the X-Men and the other heroes. Just saying. There's a device here that goes into Vulcan's brain. We get to see his inside his thoughts. I thought that was a cool touch. And the artwork here by Leinil Francis Yu was very, very good. Jonathan Hickman is going to use the Kotari as the expendable jobbers that they are. The jabronis, the losers, the people who are available to lose because they don't actually have money behind them. They're not titled characters and nothing relies on these unknown people. So they all die. Okay. Petra and Sway show up. Petra and Sway talk to freaking Vulcan like they're a couple. That's cool. There's a little letter that Scott is gonna write saying, "Man, we're right now. We're in the Shi'ar Empire right now. We're on Chandelure. They understand why Vulcan didn't go there, but we'll be back home for dinner after dinner." That's what they said. So if Cyclops is away during this whole Empire event, that better be consistent with the other comic books that happen. Or he's got to be home by dinner. I guess. Yeah, they can break that. I'm not really going to be able to dictate when is dinner, right? Because I'll be like, dinner means at nighttime at 6 o'clock p.m. But nighttime only exists if you're like on the planet where the sun actually is. So what is nighttime when you live on the moon, right? That's me fact checking myself. I don't just put stuff out there. Anyways, I'm looking at my notes. Everything has been said that needs to be said. Sorry if this was a shitty review. I think I began well with reading The War of Kings, and then I started rambling, but I don't do re-records like Professor Bill. I saw him do a video earlier, and he said the same thing. I do re-records sometimes. I don't always, though, but like, not doing it today. Okay. Speaking of Professor Bill, the video that appeared on the left side of the screen, because it's the last 20 seconds, that's a video I did with him. I actually tried, and I didn't actually just talk to the camera like I do now. So I put effort into picking 33 questions to ask him, and so I'd like you to watch this video. Please and thank you. Goodbye.